So as we move to the action portion of this, some of the things that we bring up within the document, and it obviously goes into more depth within the document, is going to show things like here, where you want to work with stakeholders to develop these comprehensive plans. Part of what we run into oftentimes is, one of us, those of us who have a passion for mathematics and math learning, end up being kind of the warrior for mathematics, and we come up with ideas and we get a few other people involved, and somebody gives us maybe the green light to implement some formative assessment training or things like that with re-engagement lessons or looking at student work, that kind of thing. But if leadership changes or our role changes, then, or that person's role changes, then those things fall by the wayside, potentially, because oftentimes we'll hear about great things that are going on at other school sites or around the country, and like, oh, we want to take that and implement that here. But we sometimes skip over that step of actually shifting mindsets and beliefs and bringing people along with us. And so really getting face time with those stakeholders, whether it's your executive leadership in the district, parents, the students, the teachers, nothing is detrimental to a change effort as not realizing that the people who needed to be in the room weren't in the room, and they end up becoming the naysayers and tearing down what we're trying to do because we didn't help to bring them along and give them a voice in the process of developing these plans. So like we talked about, part of that plan being training that's focused on recognizing that training that's focused on textbook materials is not math content and pedagogy training. What that really does, and we need to recognize this, is that reinforces this idea that the textbook is the authority and that the teacher should be going through that in a sequential order, lesson by lesson. And we do provide things that push teachers away from this, pacing guides that eliminate lessons and things like that. But at the same time, a pacing guide also reinforces that idea that that curriculum or that textbook is what should be followed. So we're really looking at developing with stakeholders this vision of math instruction that is sustainable for 3 to 5 years through an improvement plan that is revisited and with the recognition that it's not set in stone. So those success criteria should also include more than SPEC data. Start thinking about, if you're not doing it already, empathy interviews with students, and then implementing change and interviewing and surveying students and teachers after that change has begun to shift their practice. So these are just some of the things to think about, and we've got a few more